Good afternoon and welcome to the 122nd production of Drama at the Town and Gown Club. This play, The Dining Room, was done 22 years ago. Many of the faces have changed, but you might recognize one. I'm not going to tell you, you have to guess. This production is dedicated to the memory of Roberta Bliss, our club president who died recently. Roberta was a big supporter of the drama program. When we did Adam's Rib, she was the house chair. She called me multiple times and grilled me about what was needed behind the stage, which you never get to see. And Roberta and Frank followed through with everything on our list that we needed to have done. So the stage is cleaner, brighter, we have a vacuum, and it's also darker with the new shades. As president, Roberta was determined to help the drama survive into the future. So she encouraged drama participation by this year's board, starting with her first board retreat, and continued by taking a role in the show and recruiting her husband, Frank. You'll see Frank in the scene with the architect and the buyer. Roberta was a civil engineer and was to play the role of the architect, now being played by Kelly Richardson, who has been filling in for multiple roles this time too. So you know, there will be a 10-minute intermission. The restrooms are downstairs. Please turn your cell phones off now. After the show, please stay and enjoy the wonderful refreshments being provided by the Drama Reception Committee. And please feel free to laugh and cry and enjoy the show. Through these doors, you'll see the doors with this lovely garden and flowering crabapple trees. Do you garden?
Used to.
Imagine coming in here and enjoying a long, leisurely breakfast at this beautiful table.
As opposed to instant coffee on Southwest Airlines.
Aha, exactly. Well, this room resonates with me. I had a dining room just like it when I was growing up. Same furniture, same chairs, everything.
So did I.
Well, there we are. Welcome home.
What are they asking again?
Make an offer. I think they'll come down.
Trouble is, we'll never use this room.
Oh, no?
We won't. The last two houses we lived in, my wife used the dining room table to sort the laundry.
Oh, dear.
Maybe you better find us something a little more contemporary.
Well, that means farther out. How long do we have to find you a home?
One day.
Oh, my goodness. And how long will your corporation keep you here once you've found a home?
6 months to a year.
Oh, well then certainly we're going to have to find a little bit farther out. I'll show you the kitchen on our way out.
You shouldn't have shown me this first.
Oh, well, I just wanted something to go by.
You've spoiled me for everything else.
No, I'm certain we'll find something if we have all day. But isn't this a lovely room?
Let's go, or I'll buy it.
The dining room.
Yes.
Notice how we gravitate to this room?
I know it.
Don't you think Mother still wants some of this stuff for Florida?
She hardly has room for what she's got. She wants us to take turns without fighting.
Oh. But we'll draw lots then.
Well, unless one of us wants something and one of us doesn't.
We have to do it today.
Is that enough room to divide up a whole house?
We'll take turns. We'll draw lots first, and then we'll go into the house and go through all the rooms and take turns to do that. Oh, I have another idea. See the salt spoon?
Yes.
Take your pick. If you draw the spoon, we get the dining room.
You want to start here?
We have to start somewhere.
You want the dining room.
Yeah.
Well, what happened to the stuff you had?
Oh, John took it. It was part of the settlement.
Well, if you win, where will you put it?
Oh, that's up to me, Sal.
I thought you had a tiny apartment.
I'll find a place.
Well, your children won't want it.
No, probably not.
Well, where on earth then?
Come on, just choose. You don't want it.
Well, of course I want it.
But you already have a very nice dining room.
Well, it's not as nice as this.
Do you want 2 dining rooms?
Well, I give our old stuff to Debbie.
To Debbie.
Well, she's our oldest child.
Does she want a dining room?
She might.
In a condominium?
She might.
In Denver?
She just might, Arlene.
I don't know.
Carolyn, it's time to get up.
Are you planning to put it in storage?
I might.
You know, I checked on that. That costs an arm and a leg.
So does sending it to Denver.
I know what'll happen if you win.
What?
You'll end up selling it.
Selling it?
Yeah, that's what'll happen. It'll kick around for a while, and then you'll end up calling a furniture dealer.
I'm totally amazed that you'd say something like that.
Look, Arlene, I don't want to fight.
I don't either.
Well, maybe we should defer this.
That's a good idea.
You know, I told Mother I would give you the piano if I can have the dining room.
I think if I'm lucky, I'm going to end up with a spoon.
You know, wait, I will give you the piano and the coffee table if I can have the dining room.
Why'd you have to wake me up so early, Mother? Just let me finish this grocery list. It's Saturday, Mother. Shh. There. I know it's Saturday, dear, and I apologize, but something important has come up, and I need to have you make a little decision.
What decision?
Well, sit down and eat your breakfast. No one can think on an empty stomach. Now, guess who called this morning?
Oh,
This morning.
what she want?
Well, it turns out she's got a ticket, an extra ticket for the theater tonight, and she'd like you to join her.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, just let me finish. I told her, of course, that it is your decision, but that I thought you had other plans.
No, what plans?
Isn't there something rather important going on in your life tonight?
Oh,
Am I right? Or
Dancing.
am I right?
dancing school.
Not just dancing school, dear. The first session of the junior assemblies, which is a big step beyond dancing school. Now, I told Aunt Martha you would call her right back so she could find someone else.
Oh, I thought you told her it was my decision.
Well, it is, of course, dear.
Then I'd like to go.
Carolyn, aren't you being a little impulsive this morning? You don't even know what the... play is.
What is it?
Well, it's some talky play called St. John.
We read that in school. Now I really want to go.
It's just the road company, dear. It doesn't even have Catherine Cornell.
Oh, I still want to go.
To some endless play with your maiden aunt.
She's my favorite person.
The curlers do not belong on the table. All right, if you really want to go, you can go.
Oh, okay.
But, Carolyn, you do realize that at the first session of the junior assemblies, everyone becomes acquainted with one another.
Really?
It sets the whole tone for the rest of the time.
I didn't know that.
It's a little bit like the first day of school. If you miss it, you never really catch up.
Oh, gosh.
You see why we shouldn't make hasty decisions?
Well, then, maybe I won't go at all.
What do you mean?
I won't go to any of the junior assemblies.
Oh,
I don't like dancing school anyway.
don't be silly.
No, it's true. Half the boys are taller than I am. I don't know what to say and I can't dance. Last year, I spent half the time in the ladies' room.
Don't be ridiculous.
It's true, Mother. I hate dancing school, and I don't know why I should have to go. St. Joan wouldn't go in a million years.
Yeah, and look what happened to St. Joan.
I don't care. I've made up my mind.
Your Aunt Martha seems to have created a little problem this morning.
Maybe.
Your Aunt Martha seems to have opened a can of worms.
Well, I'm glad she did.
And tell me, what are you going to do with the rest of your Saturday nights when there's no St. Joan, there's no Aunt Martha, and all of your friends are having a wonderful time at the junior assemblies?
I'll do something.
Like what? Sitting around here, listening to that stupid hit parade, bothering the help when we're planning a party?
I'll do something, Mother.
I knew you weren't old enough to make an intelligent decision.
And I knew you wouldn't let me decide.
All right then, decide.
Oh, then I'm going to call Paul and
But
Martha.
sit down first. And let me tell you a little story about your dear Aunt Martha, who also made a decision when she was about your age. She decided, and if you breathe a word of this, I'll strangle you. She decided that she was in love with her riding master and threw everything to the wind and ran off with him to Taos, New Mexico. Father had to hunt her down, drag her back, but it was too late, Carolyn. She had become overstimulated. And from then on, was never joined the workday world. So there it is in a nutshell. So you sit there and think about it while I go and call in the groceries and make a decision.
I've decided, Mother.
Good. I hope you come to your senses.
I'm going to go and call Aunt Martha.
Carolyn, you've got a dentist appointment. You've got riding lessons, so forget the riding lessons. Carolyn!
All right.
22 feet, 6 inches.
Fine, roof.
Big too.
And look at these French doors.
Heat loss.
reasons we bought this house.
And one of the reasons we should consider breaking it up.
Breaking it up.
Now bear with me. Let's say we turn this room into an office for you and a waiting room for your patients.
I thought we had planned to open up those maids' rooms on the 3rd floor.
Hold on, relax. The patient trusts the psychiatrist, doesn't he? Why can't the psychiatrist trust the architect? So, this is what we have right now. This is what you're stuck with. And here, these approximate dimensions is your dining room.
I see.
Now, let's say we start with a clean slate. Just suppose we open up this area here. We slam a beam in there, we blast out that and that, we break through this, throw out this, and what do we have?
I'm not quite sure.
Not a dining room. That is what we do not have.
But where will we eat?
Oh, here, right here. See, look, I'm building in an eating area. Look, you have your fridge here, your cooking units here, your Cuisinart here, your butcher block table, your chrome chairs. It's all right here. Look at the space, the flow. Your wife cooks, kids set the table, you stack the dishes. It's like democracy at work in your own home. So let's imagine your day. You come in, everybody's fixing his or her own things, eggs, cornflakes, Pop-Tarts, whatever. You sit, you chat, you read the paper, and then you come in here and you go to work. Do you have a nurse or a receptionist?
No, I'm just a humble shrink.
Okay, so you come into the reception area, you arrange the magazines on the table, maybe you leave your newspaper on the pile, and you come in here through the soundproof doors into your office. You turn on the stereo console here, you maybe select a book from the wall unit here, and then you come around here to settle into your desk module here. You sit, you listen to music, you read your book, and then buzz, a patient arrives. You put away your book, you turn off the music, and you buzz him in through the soundproof doors. He flops on the sofa here. He tells you his dream. You look through the reasonably sized window. He leaves, you write him up, and then you buzz in another. Soon it's time for lunch. You come in here. Have lunch with the wife or one of the kids, and then maybe you get up again and you stroll back into your office for a nice afternoon nap. There are more buzzes, more patients. As soon as time for a good, easy, cooperative supper with the family.
But not in the dining room?
No! Not in the dining room.
This room has such resonance.
So does a church, but it doesn't mean we have to live in it. Look, I know whereof I speak. I grew up in a room just like this.
Oh, yes?
Sure, yes. This is home turf to me. My father sat in a chair just like that. My mother sat here. My sister sat here. I sat right here. Ugh. It all comes back.
Do you want to tell me about it?
Well, it was torture, that's all. Endless meals, waiting to begin, waiting for dessert, waiting to be excused so they couldn't lean on you anymore.
Was it that bad?
Man, it was brutal. I remember one time, I came to the table without washing my hands. And my father,
Go on.
never mind. Never mind. The point is, Doctor, it is time to get rid of this dining room. To get in here and open up your whole ground floor. Now, what do you say?
I'll have to think about it.
Okay. Okay, fine. Take your time. Tell you what, I will send you my bill for the work I've done so far.
Good. And I'll send you mine.
Grandpa,
Which one are you?
I'm Nick, Gramp.
What do you want, Nick?
I want to have lunch with you, Gramp.
Then you're late.
I went to your club, Gramp.
Who told you to go to my club?
My parents said you have lunch at your club every day.
Lately, I've been eating here. I prefer to have lunch at in my own house at my own table.
Yes, sir.
Nevertheless, showed some gumption to find me here. Have a sandwich. Take a seat.
Thank you, Gramp.
Are you the one that wants to go to Europe this summer?
No, that's Mary, my cousin.
Are you the one that wants a new car, can't go to his freshman year in college unless he has a new car?
No, no, no. That is Tony, my brother. I'm only 13, Gramp.
Well, what is it that you want?
Oh, I don't really want anything, Gramp.
Nick, there are a lot of people.
Yes, sir.
For what?
For my education.
Education. That's a good thing. Should be a good thing. Doesn't have to be a good thing. Could be a bad thing. Where do you want to be educated?
At St. Luke's School in Litchfield, Connecticut.
Never heard of it.
It's an excellent boarding school for boys.
Is it Catholic?
No, I don't think so, Gramp.
Sounds like Catholic to me.
No, it's actually High Episcopalian, Gramp.
High Episcopalian, I should have known.
And it's expensive, Gramp.
Yes, of course it is, because it's High Episcopalian.
But my parents say it's a first-rate school.
Your parents say.
They researched all the schools and they decided this was the best one for me.
And did they decide that you should come see your grandfather to have him pay for it?
Yes, Gramp.
Nick, you're another one leaving the nest. Taking a piece of the nest egg with you.
What do you mean, Grandfather?
Why don't you stay home?
Me?
You.
Well, I want to broaden myself.
You want to what?
I want to broaden my horizons. My horizons need broadening.
I see.
And I want to meet interesting new friends.
Interesting new friends. Don't you have interesting new friends here?
Of course, sure I do, Grandpa.
I have a friend who makes boats in his basement. I have another friend who plays golf with his wife.
But I want to meet interesting new types. People I don't know from all over the country, from New York, California,
Why would you
Texas.
want to meet people from New York?
They're more sophisticated, Gramp. They'll buff me up.
Bill, what?
They'll buff me up. My parents say I need buffing up.
Well, I don't think you need buffing up. You're going to need better reasons than that.
Well, then, St. Luke's offers advanced Latin and ancient Greek.
Good. That's a good thing. And?
And it has an indoor ice hockey rink.
Of course it does. Why didn't I know?
And, Gramp, it has beautiful surroundings and gardens.
Beautiful surroundings and gardens. Don't you have beautiful surroundings and gardens here? Why do you need to go to Connecticut to find beautiful surroundings and gardens?
I don't know, Gramp. Everyone's going away now.
Everyone's going away.
An awful lot of people are going away.
I didn't go away. I stayed right here. Didn't even go to Country Day. Had to go to old PS 36 down on Huron Street.
You told us, Gramp.
Couldn't even finish that. My father died and I had to go to work to support my mother.
We know, Gramp.
My father had it even harder than that. He never went to school at all. He had to learn his Greek at the plow. Oh, I didn't do too badly, even without a high Episcopalian education and indoor hockey rinks.
But, Gramp, that's because you are a self-made man.
A self-made man? Is that what I am? What are you? Are you going to be a self-made man, or are you going to let other people make you? Tell me the answer to that, will you? Huh?
I don't know, Gramp.
Everybody's leaving the nest. Me? I went away twice. Took 2 vacations in my life. First one was to go to Virginia to marry your grandmother. Took off 2 weeks to do it. Bought this table. Brought it right back. This room in this house. Second vacation, Europe, 1948. I hated it. Thought I would hate it, and did hate it. Miserable meals. I took a boatload full of shredded wheat. When it was gone, I came right back to this table. You're all leaving us, Nick. You're all scattering like birds. We're just small potatoes these days.
What do you mean, Gramp?
You want to go to one of those fancy New England boarding schools. You want to hang out with people who'll be drinking liquor in the afternoon. You'll get mixed up with women who wear trousers and lipstick, and you'll have no thought except for who is their next dance. And you want me to pay for all of this, is that right?
No, Gramp, no, I don't. I don't want you to pay for it. I never wanted to go, really. I don't want to go away. I want to stay home with all of you.
Well, let's finish our lunch. We'll talk more about it. No, you go. You've got to go. I'll send you to St. Lucy's, Betsy to Miss Watsy's, and Andy to whatever school he wants to go to. And go, all of you. Have a good time. Enjoy yourselves. Leave town, travel, see the world. And when you come back, there'll be someone else sitting in this chair. Some nice Irish fellow. Or some Jewish gentleman will be sitting in this chair, and he'll be telling his grandson exactly what I just told you. And your grandson will be back at the plow. think of it, maybe that's not such a bad thing anyway. Come on with me, let's get my checkbook.
So, what do you think?
Oh, you're in trouble.
Oh dear, I knew it.
Yep, it's coming unglued.
Oh, I know the feeling.
Coming apart at the seams.
Oh my, is it hopeless?
Let me check the table.
Well, it's getting very shaky lately. I had a couple of friends over the other evening, and every time we tried to cut our chicken, the water glasses tinkled frantically, and the chairs creaked and groaned. It was like having dinner in Pompeii.
Checking the joints here.
Oh, isn't it a shame how we let things fall apart? I always told my husband, my ex-husband, we should care for these beautiful things. We should oil them, we should wax them, we should keep them up. But he wouldn't do anything, and I couldn't do everything. And here you are, giving us the coup de grace.
Hey, come look at this.
Oh,
Yeah, come over here, look.
I can't see.
I'm serious, look.
Well, here, let me get my glasses on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Under here, see?
Oh, I don't dare.
Oh, come on, it's okay. See this board? It's coming loose.
All right. Oh,
There, yeah, right there.
oh, yes, I see it. Wiggles like that.
Yeah, and
Well, you're,
and over here, this part, you see, it's missing a piece. And I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to put in a new one.
oh no.
Yeah, and, excuse me again. Wait, over here, that's it. And then over here, this piece is missing, this leg is loose. And I'm going to have to put in a dowel and ream it out and put it in another one.
Oh, do you think so, huh?
Oh, yeah. The whole dining room's gonna need to be re-glued, re-screwed, and renewed.
Huh.
What's the matter?
I've never been under a dining room table before.
Oh, yeah?
There's a lot of wood under here.
Well, that's all there is.
Well, I mean, you'd think because it's a dining room table, it ought to be something very special. But it isn't underneath. It's just a couple of big, wide boards.
Oh, that's right.
What's this here?
What's what?
You'll have to come back under to see.
Where?
Right here.
Where?
It says Freeman's Furniture, Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, 1955.
Oh, that's the maker's mark.
1955?
That's what it says.
But that's not old.
Oh, not if it was made in 1955.
Well, that's not old. It's not even antique. It's just American.
Well, they made a lot of those. They used to crank them out in the mid-20th century.
Well, I feel so dumb. I used to think this table was terribly valuable.
Well, you know, in a sense it is. It's well-made and a serviceable copy based on the English.
Well, I'll be darned. You learn something new every day. You must know a lot about furniture.
I'm beginning to.
Beginning to. I bet your father was a carpenter or something.
No, he was a banker.
A banker?
Yep, and I was a stockbroker before I got into this.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, I wanted to see what I was doing. I wanted to touch it. I wanted to see the results. That's why I got into carpentry.
Oh, well, I am amazed. I mean, I know some stockbrokers. So was this the part over here that you thought needed fixing?
Yeah, that's the one.
What about if you put a nail right there?
Oh, not a nail, a screw.
Oh, I see. All right. And then over here, how about a piece of like household cement over here?
Oh, yeah, we're using epoxy glue
here, right there, could we wedge in a matchbook or something?
Oh, no, not a matchbook.
Well, how about a wedge, like a wooden wedge right there instead?
Good idea.
See, I can do this. Whew, it's hot under there. So, do you think you'll be able to do it here, or will you have to take it to your shop?
Oh, I can do it here if you want.
Well, that's sensible. And I think my ex-husband would ask for estimates for materials and labor.
Oh, I can write you up one.
Oh, that would be great. How about if I helped with the labor?
Well, I've never worked that way before.
Well, I really should learn. I shouldn't be so helpless.
Well, yeah, okay, why not?
Wonderful. And besides, it's not an antique, so if I make a mistake, it really doesn't matter, does it?
No, it doesn't matter at all.
Well, great then. Then, when would you like to start?
Today, if you want.
Oh, wonderful. Then we're a partnership. Well, how about a drink to celebrate?
Okay.
Something snappy, like a martini?
Nah, I gave those up with the stock market. How about a beer?
Ah, a good solid beer, if I have one.
Oh, Nancy, we missed your lovely alto on that song.
Sorry. And here, let's
Yes.
get this straightened out. Here's your
The dressing, horse was the way, carry the slate of the white in the snow.
I guess you want all the plates in front of
Oh,
you,
yes,
don't you?
yes, I do indeed. And I got this sand and all the barriers.
Oh, this is gonna be nice. I hope mothers are all right.
Ah. Well, you want to call them in? Call them in?
Okay, everyone, it's time to come in.
Oh, Mother, I want you to sit next to me. And Nancy, we'll have you down at this end, to Mother's right. And Ben,
Go down there.
you sit down at that end, hold up that end of the table. And there we are. Oh,
Isn't it nice to be back together again?
It is indeed. Yes, we're going to have a good dinner. Oh, well, what's the matter, Mother?
I'm not exactly sure where we are.
We're in your dining room. This is your table. These are your chairs. This is the china you got on your trip to England. And here is Father's silver-handled carving knife, which he used to use. Oh, we're going to have a good dinner.
Here, they help her
Wait.
focus.
Who are all these people?
Oh,
Mother, you can sit down. I'm gonna bring the turkey for you.
well, Mother, I'm Stuart, your son, and that's Nancy, your daughter, and Ben, your other son. Yes, we're all here together. Oh, yes. Oh, sit right here, Nancy. Oh, yes. What a beautiful bird. But before we get to the bird, you know, all your grandchildren are here too, Mother. You saw that they ate first at the dinner table, at the children's table, and now they're out back playing touch football.
Yes.
But yes.
I think it's time for me to go.
No, it's not time for you to go home. It's time for me to cut this turkey just the way Father used to. Yes, and I will give you a small piece of the breast and a dab of dressing, just as always. And
Just as always.
yes, Ben.
Just as always.
Ben was the favorite, and he likes to be late. Yes.
Gotta get your lunch.
And Nancy will have the drumstick. Am I right, Nancy?
Oh, I love the dog.
Oh, yeah. And I will have the wishbone. And Ben, well, he always has the Pope's nose.
Thank you so much, big brother.
I really think it's time for me to go.
Oh, well, Mother, you have lived here 52 years.
54 years, mother.
Forever.
Yeah.
Really?
Ever.
But, well, it's time for me to go. I need to go home.
Drove there yesterday. There's a big building there now. Yes, yes, yeah, you remember, yes, yes. Let's get into this turn. Well, let's sing to her.
Have your hat, mother.
Oh, let's sing to her. She likes singing. We used to sing to her. Ben, can you get us started on a song? As the blackbird in the spring beneath the willow tree sat and piped, I heard him sing, sing of Oralee. Oralee, Oralee, maid with golden hair. Sunshine came along with thee, and flowers in the air.
Oh, that was wonderful. Everybody, we used to play and sing all the time, and everybody had a different instrument to play.
She's coming around quickly. The second verse.
Yeah.
And when I blushed, the rose was born. Music when you spake. Through thine azure eye, the morn sparkling spring did make. Oralee, Oralee, maid with golden hair. Sunshine came along with thee, and flowers in the air.
Oh, that was absolutely wonderful.
Thank you, Mother, thank you.
Great. What's to say? I do have to go. Could somebody call my carriage? Somebody help find my gloves. I can't go out without my gloves. I really need to get on. My mother gets really anxious if I'm not home by tea time.
Then
Thank you so
we'll
much.
drive her down and show her everything. The new office complex where her house was, the entrance to the thruway,
Yeah.
the new Howard Johnson's motel, everything.
I'll go
And
get the
she'll
car.
see that nothing is there at all.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, we'll be back. Don't put the turkey in the fridge. We'll come back.
Oh, this is awful. And it could happen to any of us. I don't know what we do now. But I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go fix myself a good stiff drink, clean up the kitchen, and try to figure out about the rest of this damn day.